friends, this is NJ, your host on this channel. So we will continue our discussion on the lines. So how these lines marked on the palm get formed, we have already discussed that there can be three reasons for that. First remains to be the soul, that like the way it has been believed in spirituality that the soul never dies. It carries the account of the past life deeds. Second remains to be the heredity, the genetics, the kind of traits which a child inherits from his parents and ancestors. And third remains to be the fetal environment which a mother gets at the time of the conception. So we have studied all of that. These lines marked on our hand tells about the specific events of our life. So if you want to know about the archetype personality of a person, by looking at the mounts you will get to know. A Venusian person would remain to be too much inclined towards art and beauty. A Mercurian business, a Mercurian personality, a Mercurian archetype would remain too much inclined towards finances, business, communication. But when it comes to decoding the decoding the life events, the specific events of a person's life, then for that you need to study these lines. These lines get studied or scrutinized on four principles. First means to be whichever line you are considering, from where that line is originating. Second remains to be where that line is terminating. Third remains to be any branches, and last means to be the presence of any signs and symbols on that particular line which you are studying. So we have discussed all of that in the previous videos, and we have also discussed the headline in detail. So this is our headline which tells about our intelligence, our ability to concentrate, adapt to different circumstances. So it's memory, intelligence, all the factors related to mental abilities, your ability to understand, comprehend things are seen from the headline. So we have discussed all of that. Now we will begin studying the lifeline in detail. So what does lifeline represent? What are the chief attributes associated with the lifeline? So the lifeline tells about your health, it tells about your vitality, it tells about your energy, your stamina, all the major events of the life. The quality of your life is seen from the lifeline. So there has been a lot of myth surrounding this lifeline, that lifeline tells about the length of your life, your age and your longevity, which is completely false. Individually this line doesn't tell about your age or longevity. Yeah, in combination with other factors it could tell about, although like the way I always say, telling someone's time of death or age or longevity is something very unethical which we should not do. So we have discussed about the introductory part about the lifeline, that it tells about the quality of your life, whether you remain to be very extroverted, outgoing, or whether you would remain to be too timid, too nervous, your health, your vitality. And why I am again over and over again emphasizing on the health and vitality. So it just tells about how vital you would remain, how would remain to be your immunity to resist diseases. That all is being seen from the lifeline along with the major events of the life. So that all is being studied from the lifeline. So we have discussed all of that. Now coming to the part of beginning of the lifeline. So the lifeline always originate from this point close to the thumb. It encircles two very important mounts. One remains to be this, which is our, so this is our inner mount of Mars, which tells about our physical strength, and second remains to be our mount of Venus, which tells about our warmth, our love, generosity, our sexual and sensual drive. All that is being seen from the mount of Venus, which is here. So when it comes to the beginning of the lifeline, so you will find it either very attached and close to the headline at its origin, and like the way I have told you, this just tells about the individual's thinking pattern. So whenever you will find the lifeline, let's say this is our lifeline, to be tied close to the lifeline, so something like this. So this just tells about someone being too timid, sensitive, and completely dependent on his family members. So this we need to age the lines. So this is remain to be the time till 19 years of age when this person would remain too dependent towards the whims and wishes of his family. So, and let's say you'll find this at the origin, the lifeline and headline to be little bit separated. So this just tells about an individualistic, outgoing, extrovert kind of personality, and whensoever the gap between at the origin of the lifeline and headline will be too wide, too wide, so this would just tell about too headstrong, or too rash or too foolhardy kind of personality. So this is what is about the origin. And you know, if so, whensoever you will find any connection of the origin of the lifeline with the Mount of Jupiter, or let's say in exceptional cases you will find the lifeline originating from the, you know, you'll find the lifeline originating from the Mount of Jupiter only. So this would just infuse all the righteous and spiritual and virtuous qualities of the Mount of Jupiter, in that person's personality. So this person would remain to be too righteous, too virtuous, doing good deeds, thinking good for others, humanitarian, desire for respect, desire to rise to a position of power, and this person would always remain to have a potential to rise to the to an executive position or to a very top position. And if this person will not reach, or this person by the force of circumstances will not be able to reach to the top positions, so the destiny will keep on making this person come face to face with all those people who are already in a very top positions. So top designatory people will keep on coming into this person's life. So this is about the beginning of the lifeline. Now coming to the other part, which is also very important, which is about the arc. So what do I mean by that? So lifeline generally forms two kind of arcs. So one remains to be when it is too narrowed on the palm. So this would just tell about, because this lifeline is too narrowed on the palm, it is automatically giving less plane to the Mount of Venus. So which would just indicate someone being less vital, less generous, very introvert, and even this person's, you know, sexual vitality would remain to be very diminished. But although a lot would also depend on the condition of the Mount of Venus. So let's say in a very narrowed lifeline, but the Mount of Venus would remain to be risen, pink in color, with a grilled formation. So that would just compensate all the lack of the qualities of the less plane and region allotted to the Mount of Venus. Otherwise, in a nutshell, a narrowed lifeline, a narrowed curve arc of the lifeline just give less plane, less area to the Mount of Venus, and automatically make someone less vital and less sympathetic towards others. And let's say if you'll find this lifeline to be curving large area on the palm, giving large domain, large region to the Mount of Venus. So this would just indicate someone being, you know, excessively vital, someone being too generous, too sympathetic, too, you know, concern for the pain of others, and even the physical constitution and health of this person would remain to be very strong and very rigid. So this is how about the arc formation of the lifeline. Now coming to the another part which gets widely discussed, about a discussion between the lifeline versus lifespan of an individual. So I just want to make this thing clear when it comes to checking the lifespan. So the lifeline is not the sole criteria in palmistry. You need to check the condition of the lifeline in combination with other major lines as well. So lifeline needs to be checked with the headline, with the heart line, and also with the fate line. So this is our fate line. So you need to check this thing in the combination with other lines as well. And you know, like the way I always say, the best part about palmistry is that whenever some big event is going to happen, whenever your palm is trying to tell you something, so those indications will come automatically in 2-3 lines simultaneously. So that wouldn't be the case that someone who's you know, going to get married, or someone who's going to buy his you know, dream home. So in those kind of the cases, big events, only the lifeline or the fate line will not indicate. The indication of that auspicious event, or even in the cases of negative inauspicious event, the event will be reflected in 2 or 3 lines simultaneously. So that remains to be the case. And you know, whenever it comes to checking the major conditions, you need to check it in combination with both of the hands. So this is, let's say I'm a right-handed person, I write with my right hand, I drive with right hand, and even for or effort related to work, whether it's about you know, lifting weights in the gym, I always give preference to my right hand. So my right hand will be treated as my active hand, and my left hand will be treated as my passive hand. So the active hand tells about your present conditions, your present physical environment. Your passive hand tells about what all are the traits which you are born with. So let's say if you'll find in the passive hand the lifeline to be very long and in a very good condition, and in the active hand the lifeline has got afflicted, so it would just indicate, just because in my passive hand, which tells about the inherited traits, the lifeline is in a good condition, so I was born with a good health, good vitality, but just because of my bad lifestyle choices, bad intake of food and all the wrong choices, I made a hell out of my life. I made my lifeline to be in a very afflicted and distorted state because of my own deeds. And let's say if we'll find the lifeline to be in the passive hand, you'll find the lifeline to be in a very bad state, but in the active hand you'll find the lifeline to be in a very good state. So this would just tell about that I was born with an afflicted state, but just by opting good good healthy choices, good nutritional by the intake of good nutritional food, meditation and all the healthy and good choices, I made my lifeline to be in a very good state and in a very good condition. So like the way this whole concept of palmistry, the whole study of palmistry is built on this principle that all these lines are subjected to change by the change in our lifestyle choices, by the change in our habits. So same is the case with the lifeline. A short lifeline can be elongated and afflicted lifeline can be corrected by the change in our thought process, by the change in our lifestyle choices. So in order to improve the condition of the lifeline, the main thing which you need to check in someone's hand is the thumb. Thumb tells about determination, thumb tells about the willpower. So someone with a short lifeline who is vulnerable towards lack of energy, lack of vitality in the longer run of the life, because this tells about your early age, this tells about your youth, this tells about your old age. So in someone's hand whom you have found the lifeline in an during its termination state to be in a negative state, so you could just advise that person, if that person has got strong thumb, so then that person will automatically have good willpower, determination. The headline, if you'll find to be in a good state, then that would also tell that this person has the focus. Same is the case with the outer mount of Mars, which tells about our perseverance and our determination. So this portion is our outer mount of the Mars. So in this combination, then that person will have the determination and courage to improve the condition of his lifeline. So this is how lifeline can be improved, and this is how the lifeline, in order to check someone's lifespan, can be studied in combination with other major lines as well. Now coming to the main part, which is the fate line acting as a perseverance, fate line acting as a saving grace to the lifeline. So you need to understand that fate line is associated with the planet Saturn. So Saturn, which is responsible for our karmas. So karma is a Hindu term which tells about the lessons which a soul has to learn in this incarnation. So even if you people know astrology, wheresoever Saturn is placed in astrological chart, we get judged, our repeatedly gets judged on those areas, so we get tested in all those areas. So let's say if Saturn is sitting in the third house, which is the house of sibling, so by the force of circumstances, you will be your patience will be tested, you will be judged on your relationship and and your terms with your siblings. So same is the case in all those cases. Majority of the times you will find the lifeline to be short, but this lifeline, short lifeline, will get preserved by these kind of small branches from the fate line to the lifeline. So what is this is indicating? This is indicating, like the way in my previous videos I have correlated the concept of palmistry, the lines with the electric wires. So same is the way the lifeline is short, but the current is not getting lost. It is being preserved due to this line of preservation. The fate line is protecting the lifeline. So this person is protected from the fear of or vulnerability of the low vitality because of this saving grace of the fate line. So this person, in terms of spirituality, could be seen, this particular case could be seen as that just because the Saturn has saved this person's vitality, so this person just kind of owes someone to this world. So this person could remain good and can do good humanitarian deeds in order to repay his debt to the planet Saturn. So this is how this short lifeline is studied, and fate line act as a saving grace to a shorter lifeline. So I hope I made myself very clear in this video. For further more updates and notification on palmistry, please subscribe my channel and like my Facebook page. Thanks.